Predator franchise has always thrived on one central question: what makes a worthy prey? From the jungles of Central America to the streets of Los Angeles, from colonial-era Comanche lands to the brutal wastelands of Badlands, the Yautja have hunted across centuries with cold, merciless precision. But Badlands 2 is poised to flip that question entirely, and at its core lies a secret buried in Deck's blood. When Badlands introduced us to Deck, she was already an outsider, a young woman surviving in a post-apocalyptic wasteland, hardened by loss, sharpened by instinct. The shadow of Nyohar, the predator elder who seemingly abandoned her in childhood, loomed over her entire arc. Fans theorized, was it indifference? Ritual custom? But Badlands 2 promises a revelation that recontextualizes everything. Deck's mother finally speaks the truth. Nyor didn't abandon Deck out of cruelty or disinterest. He abandoned her because she frightened him. Deck carries a rare mutant gene, a biological anomaly so unusual that it registered on Yautja bioscanners as something the species had never encountered in 10,000 years of interstellar hunting. The gene doesn't just make Deck stronger or faster. It makes her fundamentally unpredictable at a cellular level. Her adrenaline, pheromones, and bioelectric field fluctuate in patterns that confuse Yautja targeting systems. She is, in the most literal sense, unhuntable by conventional predator methods. To Nyor, a legendary hunter, she wasn't a child. She was a liability, a broken trophy, an anomaly that threatened the purity of the hunt. The film opens in the scorched wastes, 3 years after the events of Badlands. Deck is leaner, colder, and carrying wounds, both physical and psychological, that never fully heal. She's built a fragile alliance with a small band of survivors, but the arrival of a Yautja hunting party shatters that peace within the first 15 minutes. This isn't a lone hunter. This is a clan, 6 warriors of varying rank, led by a terrifying new predator dubbed Kraul, distinguished by ceremonial bone armor and twin wrist blades that move independently like scorpion claws. Kraul has been sent specifically for Deck. The Yautja High Council, upon learning that a human with the anomalous gene survived and killed Yautja in Badlands, has declared her a priority hunt, not for sport, but for elimination. An unhuntable human is an insult to the species' entire cosmology. The revelation from Deck's mother arrives at the film's midpoint, a brutal, emotional scene played in near silence against a burning settlement. Her mother explains how Nyor first scanned Deck as an infant, saw the genetic signature, and made the coldest calculation possible: remove himself from her life so she would never be seen as connected to him. He was protecting his own legacy, not saving her. The gene, her mother explains, was inherited from a bloodline that goes back generations, a human ancestor who survived a Yautja hunt centuries ago, and whose DNA was permanently altered by prolonged exposure to Yautja bioweapons. Deck is not simply a skilled fighter. She is the biological consequence of the species' own weapons being turned against their genetic footprint. This revelation supercharges Deck's motivation. She stops running. She begins hunting back. The second and third acts of Badlands 2 escalate relentlessly. Deck uses her bioelectric anomaly tactically for the first time, deliberately masking her thermal signature and weaponizing her unpredictability. The action sequences are designed to be more vertically dynamic than anything in previous Predator films. Rooftop pursuits through collapsed cities, underwater combat in flooded subway tunnels, and a centerpiece battle inside an abandoned military installation where Deck rigs the entire structure as a trap for Kraul's clan. Each Yautja is dispatched with brutal creativity, and for the first time in the franchise, we see predators experiencing something resembling genuine fear. Nyohar reappears in the third act, not as a villain, but as a haunted figure who has tracked the hunt from a distance. His confrontation with Deck is not a battle, it is a reckoning. He stands before her without his mask, without weapons, and says nothing. The scene holds for a long, unbearable moment. Then Deck walks past him without a word. It is the most devastating rejection in the franchise's history, and the audience cheers for it. The film closes with Dex studying the gene data her mother preserved on a recovered Yautja scanner. The readout suggests the mutation is evolving. She is not the end of something, she is the beginning. Badlands 2 doesn't just expand the Predator mythology, it rebuilds it around a human woman who was abandoned precisely because she was extraordinary. In doing so, it asks the franchise's most profound question yet: what happens when the hunted becomes something the hunters never accounted for?